DG Winter. Okay, I forgot about DG.
So it's really nice to always see the community and the tournament setting growing. And now we are getting into the match between Blub and Tomenimo.
Bayonetta matchup, something that Tomenimo is very familiar with.
Yes, and a lot of people think that this matchup is actually in Corrin's favor, which is quite a statement for Bayonetta matchups. Like, as we know, MK Leo tends to counterpick or used to counterpick Corrin a lot against Bayonetta.
And Tomenimo's defensive spacing-based playstyle definitely going to help out against a character like Bayonetta here.
Yes.
Percentage-wise looking pretty even so far. It's gonna come down to who manages to confirm the first stock and get a lot of extra credit.
Yeah, a bit too slow on that punish right now. But, wow, that was so brave by Blub. Okay, close to getting the kill. Yeah, that's a thing in this matchup. You have to be so careful with your AP usage as Corrin, because you could always get Witch Time, which spells death almost always.
Oh, and there's the confirm by Blub of the up air. Crazy up air there. Blub, Tomenimo DI'd in the correct direction to make the up air harder to confirm, but Blub still manages to catch him in that.
Yes, Blub was aware of the DI downwards, so he didn't really go for any too high options and just got the kill that way. Okay, so Tomenimo has to look out for the side B punish. As I was trying to say that he managed to get it. That's one really nice aspect of Corrin in that matchup. You can scout out the landings of Bayonetta, the leggy landings especially, after using some special moves in the air, and then get a meaty punish of F smash or side B as Corrin.
And so far stocks and percentage seem to have evened out here. It's all down to the wire. That's the first heal slide that Tomenimo manages to
scouting that out really well. Okay, Blub has now some momentum. Wow.
Tomenimo SDIing up on that Witch Twist. Grab whiffing, Blub's on that punish, but that's not too big of a punish, he needs more.
But that's a big punch and some, as you would say, turbo DI, as I just learned.
How did Tomenimo get that? I just blinked for a second and suddenly Blub was stunned right in front of him.
It's really, sometimes you're getting hit in very awkward positions by that first Dragon Fang shot ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that catches you like from behind and then you're suddenly stunned and you're going to get eaten up by the Dragon Fang. And that kills so early, even from the other side of the stage.
Yeah, and Blub switching right over to that Fox. But as you know, Tomenimo, he fought a better ranked Fox earlier in this bracket and completely decimated him.
Yeah, so we're not sure if that is a perfect choice, but different Foxes, different play styles, you never know.
You never know, but Tomenimo surely is feeling the confidence in this matchup as well.
Yes, of course. So the crucial part will be getting some pins off stage by Corrin in this matchup, like catching the side B or maybe even up. Oh, that was already really close. Or maybe even the up B recovery. But Blub getting some nice confirms so far. Battlefield is also obviously a good stage for getting the up air strings. Wow, there was some quick punish attempt, not quite getting. Maybe next time. Fox was pinned onto the platform there. Looked really painful.
That looked extremely painful. That Blub manages to survive that. Tomenimo exerting a lot of pressure on him right now. And what's the ledge gap? He covers that.
That back air is so good to cover a lot of space, because even if you don't hit it, you go right back to the center of the stage, giving you a stage positioning.
Yeah, it is not very hard to get that to stay safe on block. Tomenimo taking out the first stock, 110%.
Oh yes, that's... Wow, he's getting the air dodge twice.
Yeah, and this spells disaster for Blub, because now the percentage is a lot more difficult to confirm a kill for him.
Yeah, that was prime time to get the confirm, but now he has to think of something else. Okay, not getting the up smash confirm. Nice spacing by the Nair. Yes, okay.
Yes, okay. That Blub manages to take it with a weak hit Nair into up smash, which he does a lot. I've seen him take stocks like that a lot of the time.
Yeah, Tomenimo actually tried to end it right there with the Dragon Fang shot, which might have killed with the rage. But now Blub has to get some combos going, like these. Yes. Okay, not quite getting the up tilts out of the dash attack. And now, oh, that's scary. That's always a scary situation for Fox. Nice punish on the up tilt. It's not a safe move on block for Fox, even if Fox really like to use it.
And how is Blub? Oh god, that's the backer. Just as I wanted to say that Blub is looking like he's stabilizing in the neutral game, Tomenimo gets that stray hit off the back air to confirm the 2-0 score for himself. Yes. Looking to repeat the Woozy score here.
One amazing thing about Corrin is obviously that you can throw out so many crucial kill attempts that are extremely safe on block, like back air and the pin, of course. And yeah, that's always very scary. You kind of have to go in and find your own situations to get the kills.
Is it happening?
Both players switching the character.
Well, Tomenimo switching to the Rosalina, and I think he wants to get her a little bit more experienced on the stage here. And I think Blub reacted to that with the Bayonetta switch, because Bayonetta has a really good matchup against Rosalina, while Fox doesn't. Well, I don't think it's a terrible matchup, but I think it's very volatile for Fox. Just few mistakes can cost him deadly stocks here, while Bayonetta can do just fine in this matchup.
Yes, so reaction time is also important in the character select screen, as you just figured out. So, how often does Tomenimo play Rosalina?
He practices her a lot in friendlies, but so far he only has one set win with Rosalina, where he went all Rosalina against the top player, and that was actually against Blub. So maybe looking to repeat that here.
Yeah, so he has some experience in that exact matchup.
Yes, and of course for Blub it is very difficult to collect Rosalina matchup experience, because there's nice backer there by Blub. As I was about to say, that there's no real Rosalina main players except for Reapers, who doesn't really attend that many tournaments and is not quite on the level of Tomenimo and Blub either.
Yeah, and there was some really good timing on the normal get up to close out that first stock. Let's see if he can keep that up for the next games. But even if he doesn't, he's still sitting on a 2-0 lead, so he could always switch back to Corrin if this doesn't work out.
And the campy playstyle by Blub is exactly what he needs in this matchup. It's so easy to rack up the damage onto Luma and get rid of her in this matchup here. Yeah, and after Luma's gone, how is Rosalina going to approach you? Only if you make a mistake, right? The tools are a lot weaker without Luma there to help you approach the enemy with jump and F smash. Actually, confidence shown by Blub in this matchup.
There was bait into the shield grab, but he spaced away a little bit so that he could go for the F smash afterwards. And now, okay, doesn't quite catch the air dodge, but we're still going. Okay, now we're back in neutral. Wow, that was an amazing witch time.
Yeah, and that's enough for Blub to take this game. Yeah, you have to say that while I respect the idea by Tomenimo to change to the Rosalina here, it shows that Blub did his work compared to last time. Definitely.
Did you see how fast that witch time activated out of the back air he threw out before?
That's right, yeah.
Like, that's a prime example for a bait. Like, he did a back air into the shield. Tomenimo tried to punish that with an up smash, and immediately Blub went for the witch time, and it was a game.
Okay, now there's then the other pick that Tomenimo plays. He's showing us all three of his characters, maybe the third one. That's actually the character that propelled him up. He used to play Bowser Jr. and then he pulled a tweak where he dropped the Bowser Jr. for the cloud.
Pulling the tweak.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like, did that happen more than 2 times?
I believe it also happened in the UK with Magi, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
So
either way, this is the character that Tomenimo got really good with. It's not just Corrin, Cloud is definitely up there. It's not quite as iffy as with Rosalina.
Okay, so I'm still surprised that he's not going back to Corrin, because it actually worked really well before. But yeah, you gotta keep your other characters tournament ready, so I can understand that. Okay, so we got Limit Cloud and Bayonetta in kill percents.
Oh, but that's the confirm? No, not quite.
Nice SDI, and yes.
And there's the punish for that, not letting Blub get away with that combo.
Yeah, there was hit or miss in that situation, because Blub must have known that he's dead if he doesn't get the kill up there.
And the crowd doing Bayonetta screams right now.
Yeah, the crowd's in a good mood. And we are only at losers quarters. So the really big stuff is yet to happen.
Wow! Tomenimo
That was
putting on
an
a show.
amazing tech chase. Like, he set him up on the platform perfectly and then just jumped into it, and I think that covered so many options.
Yeah,
like
Blub waited for a little bit too long, and I think at that point the only thing he had was get up attack, which you're not likely to throw out in that platform tech chase situation.
Yeah, the finishing touch looked perfect to cover all the options except for obviously the get up attack. Like, there was no way to go for him. At that point.
No, at that point when Tomenimo was so close to the platform, he covered pretty much everything. And I can understand if you're under so much pressure